The two mics low,
It is my
yeah.
honor to introduce our next speaker, Hasan.
Are you usually good with the Arabic pronunciation of your name?
Piker,
I don't
also
care.
known as Hasanabi, was born
You want me to grab
in
you
New
a water?
Brunswick, New
Sure.
Jersey,
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
raised in Istanbul, Turkey. He is one of the most, if not the most famous figures on Twitch. With a long history in media work, Piker is a commentator, political analyst, and one of the most widely recognized progressive voices online today. Through his platform, Hasan constantly challenges mainstream narratives, calls out U.S. imperialism, and amplifies the struggles of oppressed communities. Hasan uses his far reach to raise awareness around Palestine, exposing the realities of occupation, apartheid, and genocide, while standing firmly with those fighting for liberation.
Thank you.
Please join me in welcoming Hasan Piker.
Thank you.
Hello.
I hope I'm not too tall for this. Can everybody hear me? Let's do a quick test. All right, we'll start off with a little chant just to make sure that my voice is echoing through all the way over there to the back. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. All right, that's pretty good. Okay. I just want to say it's a real honor to be here, surrounded by so many like-minded individuals who see right from wrong, who recognize the cruelty of the illegal entity of Israel. A lot of you have family members, a lot of you have loved ones that have paid the ultimate price and have been martyred. A lot of you understand the humanity of the situation, and many of you have been around. And a firm advocate for Palestinian emancipation for decades, myself included. And I will say that in these dark times, when we are all constantly flooded with images of Israel's unlimited cruelty, at least the silver lining in all of that is that this movement has finally grown, this movement has finally reached a boiling point, and that people, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people all around the world, including even in the Western world, where they were completely oblivious to the things that were happening in Palestine, are finally awakening to the realities of Israel and its genocide. First and foremost, no one would be aware of this reality if it wasn't for the Palestinians themselves, who every single day bravely take out their cameras and try to communicate to the rest of the world, who have been left in the dark for so many years, for 100 years plus, about what Israel has done to them. The bravery that they exhibit every single day, the courage that they exhibit to show what is happening to them, is the reason why so many people have woken up to this reality, to the reality of Israel's genocide. So I just want to commend every single person that has played a role, including yourselves as well, in amplifying that message and showcasing exactly what's happening. Now, as far as my own personal experience goes, I want to start back with October 7th, even though history obviously didn't start there, no matter how hard Zionist Hosbers try to claim it did. On October 8th, it seemed like Americans, at least by my experience, were not ready for a Muslim dude named Hasan to say, hold on, all of the violence that you're seeing on your screens is still very much a consequence of Israel's unrestrained cruelty and its sovereignty and its occupation over the Palestinian population. 75 years at that point of ethnic cleansing, apartheid, never offering Palestinians a contiguous state, even in areas like the West Bank that the international community has given as an olive branch. And people left my community. People said that I was a terrorist. There were websites that were instantly launched a week after October 7, 2023 to carefully and meticulously follow every single thing that I was saying and activate the ADL and numerous other Hasbara organizations, numerous other Zionist organizations that masquerade as Jewish advocacy groups in an effort to deplatform people like myself and every other person who was brave enough to say the truth, who at least would do the bare minimum to recognize exactly what was going on and to try to engage others in a broad awareness campaign. And it doesn't feel as lonely anymore as it did in the many years prior to October 7, and certainly in the immediate aftermath of October 7. Now, this is not even a sacrifice in the grand scheme of things, because I think saying the truth is of utmost importance. That's what matters more than anything else. Recognizing right from wrong matters more than anything else in this situation. So I know many of you have probably already had to deal with Canary Mission or numerous other doxing organizations that get to operate even though they're funded by a foreign state's Knesset. They seemingly have no issues working on U.S. soil, targeting American citizens, targeting people for simply saying the truth. But I think we all know that ultimately, none of those sacrifices, all of those sacrifices are worth it at the end of the day, as long as we can all one day say that Zionism has finally ended, that Palestine is finally free. I'm here to tell you not to get discouraged when it seems as though, even with all of our collective voices, we might come across as powerless, we might feel as powerless, we might feel like change is not happening as fast as we want to. We know that every single new day can mean more death and destruction for the Palestinians, people we know, people we love, people we communicate with on a daily basis. But ultimately, their sacrifices are not in vain, and we can't let their sacrifices be in vain. Because if we go silent, if we feel discouraged, if we lean into nihilism, and if we forget about Palestine, if we forget about the Palestinians, then Israel wins. It's that simple. Some of the cruelest, most evil people on this planet want you to be silent. They want you to feel discouraged. That is the reason why they engage in doxing operations. That's the reason why they immediately call the manager and try to get you fired. But that is precisely the reason why you must not stop. You must never feel discouraged. I like to always say, it's easy to feel powerless in the face of such tremendous cruelty. I totally understand how some people want to tap out every now and then. But you must never succumb to nihilism. You must always maintain revolutionary optimism. You must always continue to organize. You must always continue to agitate. Because the quicker we can create enough insurmountable pressure that causes the American state to recalculate its double suicide pact with Israel, the quicker we can save as many Palestinian lives as possible. We do it for those who have been martyred, and we do it for those who still remain. They are resilient. They have no other option. They must survive. Their everyday existence is an act of resilience. They are steadfast, and we must do it for them. We must be steadfast in our movement as well. Whenever you feel like change is not coming, and you feel like nihilism is kicking in, remember, if you can't find it in your heart to see a better future, do it out of spite to continue this movement. Out of spite for every single person that you encounter, some of the worst people out there, the Michael Rappaports of the world, the Amy Schumers of the world, the Itamar Ben-Gvirs of the world, Satan Yahoo. Find that anger within your heart to continue. Spite is also a good enough motivator, because those are the worst people out there, and they want you to be silent. They want you to go away. They want you to feel discouraged. They want you to feel scared. So always remember, as long as you have the truth on your side, and we all do in this situation, in this genocide, as long as you continue pushing, the dam will inevitably break. And we are closer than ever before in arriving at that solution, in arriving at justice for the Palestinian population. I know it doesn't feel like it, but the reason why there's additional pressure from Western states, like the prescription of Palestine action in the UK, or, that's right, I know, fuck the UK. Participating in genocide while also simultaneously offering conditional recognition to a Palestinian state. Palestine exists. The Palestinians exist. It's not up to you to decide that. But the reason why Western leaders have realized that they have to be even more cruel and suppress speech even more actively, hands-on. My friend Mahmoud Khalil spoke earlier today. He was unjustifiably arrested. He still has a court case that's pending. This administration is doing things that actually undermine the very fabric of American society, beyond the colonial exploitation, beyond the death and destruction, beyond the upholding of violent systems like white supremacy. The Americans actually at least had a couple things that they advocated for unconditionally, like free speech. And now they're eroding that fundamental principle. They're eroding that fundamental constitutional protection at the behest of a foreign state. And I'm telling you right now, I speak to Americans all the time, people from very different backgrounds than mine, and they're angry too. So it's up to all of us to activate them. It's up to all of us to motivate them. Become undeniable. Become unavoidable. And keep up the pressure no matter what. And one day, we will see a free Palestine from the river to the sea. Thank you.
What's going on?
All right. Thank you for your work. Thank you for laying out what we are up against in our struggle for Gaza and our struggle for Palestine.
Is it good?